Hey guys, and yo, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. And in this video today, we are having a look at a desired wish list. That's the best way to put it. We're looking at a desired wish list of games that I would like to see come over to the MiSTer FPGA as well as the Analogue Pocket. Now, you can fire your requests away as well. Honestly, anything goes, but let's keep it realistic. I've got RetroArch here. I've grabbed like the latest version, updated it. I'm one of those people that I don't always update stuff frequently. So we've got chat going. It's a little bit, it's weird. I'm not used to doing these setups. I've always got something connected to a capture card, but this time I'm doing it straight via my PC. So this game here, if you're unfamiliar with it, guys, this is Superman, and this is on the Tato X system hardware. Now, a little bit of background. There's someone, I forget their last name, Michael. They've made the schematics of Superman available. So if an FPGA core developer did want to take up the work, it would be somewhat easier for them it would be a little bit easier for them if they, for example, if they didn't have the schematics. So that's good. Other games on this system are like, there's Bloom Brothers, there's a game called Daizenpu, which is a vertical shmup. Then there's Gigandis, and then we've got Superman and Twin Hawk. So let's give Superman a quick blast. Yo, Daniel Cortez, how are you doing, man? Yo, and Matthew, I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. So Superman it's a little bit of a janky game, but it's something that I really played it a lot in the arcade. Like it was in one of this arcade that was local to me. For the first 16 years of my life, I lived like 6 minute walk, if that, like 3-4 minute walk. And then when I got to like 15 or 16, it was about like 45 seconds, less than a minute from my house. So this is one of the games on there. Now, I really do like the introduction. I just love how it starts, how Clark Kent's there, takes his glasses off, suit off, and he just flies out. So this is like a side scroller, and then you've got the side scrolling parts, and you've got like shmup parts. So you can actually walk on the floor as well. There's not much point in that. So you've got this fire, but yeah, you can't move while you're charging, but it's powerful. And most of the time, you kind of want to charge this up when you're doing it. So, I mean, this was a lot of fun. So there was a place near my house that we could play this, and then there was a place far away from my house. So when we went to this other place, which was probably about maybe 3 to 4 miles from my house, we used to play it there as well. If anyone knows the area, when it was 3 to 4 miles from my house, it was an area called Camden Town, and there was a kebab shop very close to the station, and they had this in there. Oh, that little power up I got, that just gives you an instant shot. So, for example, if you were to charge it, it would just come out instantly, and you could just go through a whole row of them. I mean, I'm Superman, right? Why walk when you can fly? So this was just a lot of fun. What we'll do is we'll get to like the shooting part, and it's a little bit different because one of them you're kind of flying up vertically, and then it turns into a. So when you're flying up vertically, it's still a kind of scroller beat 'em up style game. But then when you start, okay, this boss fight is long from what I remember. Then when you start doing the horizontal parts, it's more of a shmup. Let's have a look. I used to be able to beat the first boss on there. You kind of beat him and then you went to the other thing. There was probably a technique to it. I simply have forgotten it. Now, it's a little bit of a pain that you can't move around and charge. So here I am getting obliterated, man. I'm Superman. I'm the man of steel. Take a shot. Okay, so we got rid of him. At least like it's not a big grind. Yeah, looking for absolutely CPS3, and hopefully that's something Kotego can get going. I think I remember seeing this Superman arcade once I was a kid. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was Superman. I've always been more of a fan of the DC, not the DC stuff, the Marvel stuff. Marvel was just cooler, right? Superman was too strong as a superhero. He was. When you read some of the action comics, it was just stupid, the villains and the things that happened in there. Whereas, if you read, actually in DC you had Batman, didn't you? Batman was okay, kind of realistic, and the enemies that you got. Superman, again, not too powerful. So I remember there was an easy way of doing this. So remember in the arcade here, we could get past this guy as well. Definitely not happening here. Okay, let's run another game. So I've got RetroArch running here. Oops. Right, what have I done? I've got to make sure I've got the right window selected. Right, okay, so what do we have here? Let me make sure I've got this highlighted. So let's go here. Let's close content. I just updated to the latest version of RetroArch. So there's a few games. Oh, I need to put more systems on here, man. So there was a game called... So a game that I used to play in my local chip shop was a game called Cabal. Okay, yeah, we want the joystick version because I'm playing on like the 8-bit do controller, which is going to go over to one of my kids soon because their Xbox controller now has drift inside it. So it has drift. So yeah, that's what they are doing. Oh, okay. So I've got that little ugly little part there at the bottom. Let me just mess around with my OBS a second while you guys watch a demo of this. Let me just see if I can make that chat thing a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Not doing a great job here, to be honest. Never mind. I guess it will have to do. We'll leave it. No. Sorry about that, guys. Very unprofessional of me here. Let's just... Okay, so let's go... Well, you know what? Let me just leave it the way it was. Hopefully that will just kind of go. I don't know what's kind of happening. I don't usually have that sign into chat. I am usually signed in. So that's the way it looks. So this is Cabal. I've got like System 16 open on a on a browser. You guys can't see it. So let me look at Cabal because I think this is on the TAD Corporation, one of the TAD Corporation games. And let's see if it actually brings that up. Okay, it doesn't. I think this is TAD Corporation, the same people that did stuff like Toki. So let's have a look at Cabal. But guys, yo, retro tuners in the house as well. Guys, let me know if let me know if there's any games that were particular favorites of yours, because if they were, we can definitely take a look at those. But let's put a credit in. Yeah, hopefully I'm kind of doing all right on this. I really used to like it when you clear the level, and this one's very, very special to me because where is the damn fire? Oh, here we go. This one's very special to me because this was very close to... Where's the dive button? Right, okay. This was very close to where I lived. There was a chip shop at the end of my road. I played RoboCop there, and I also played Cabal there. A friend of mine really liked this game, so he kind of put me onto it, and I was like, yeah, I like that game. Clearly not that good at it anymore, but it was a fun game. Let's just do one level. I'm not going to play it too hard or too much, but it was just really nice when he done the level, the way he ran. It was just very, very goofy. And I have to say, this game's age one. I think this will be a good game to get on the MiSTer Analogue Pocket. Actually, I think I've got a version of this on the Analogue Pocket. It's like really weird. I think someone's converted it over like to the Neo Geo, and it plays. It's not the greatest thing. I think it's one of Diashlock. Diashlock has done like a whole bunch of extras for the Analogue Pocket, and I think it's one of the ones that he converted. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong. Right. This is where the goofy run comes up there. Yo, Chris is retro gaming in the house. Wicked, wicked. I don't think, in regard to Total Carnage, I don't think we can see Total Carnage if that's a game. I think that's something that's being worked on. I've kind of been messing around with MRAs for cores where games aren't released, and yeah, I've actually kind of got stuff working. So I've actually learned some stuff with MRAs. So I won't go into names or anything there, but it's a core that released recently as a beta core, and what was it? Oh man, sorry, I got to stop pressing the home button. It kind of opens up the Xbox bar. I should just use the shortcuts here. So let's just use the keyboard here. So let's go close content. Yes, I've been messing around with MRAs, and you can get games working on. You can get different games working if they're on the same hardware. And I've had some results with someone, but I won't go into it here. I don't want to start any issues out there. So let's see if we've got Total Carnage. Now, I'm using RetroArch here, and one issue, no, it's not here. So unless it's not one word, is it? Can't be. Let's just let's go Total. No. Okay, so I can go to MAME. I'll have to kind of partially set that up. MAME will have Total Carnage. That's for sure. So let's go some other games for now. We can have a look at that in a second. Yo, Fabio, how you doing, man? Hey everyone, hope everyone's having like a good Saturday night. So another game that I'm looking forward to, and I think this is on like some Data East hardware. and it's got stuff like RoboCop 2 in there, which is decent as well. So I don't know which version is which, but Crude Busters, or Two Crude Dudes, I think it was known as on the Mega Drive, was a fun, like a fun side-scrolling brawler. Right? Okay, sorry, sorry guys, epilepsy warning there. System 32 would be absolutely awesome. If we could name some games. See, RetroArch, it uses, I'm using Final Burn Neo here, and it doesn't work so great, whereas MAME has more games. But RetroArch is just a little bit more user-friendly when you're kind of going between games and checking stuff out. So maybe I can try and run MAME at some point during the stream. That'll be interesting. But this will be a great game to get over on FPGA Gaming. I played this in the arcade. I did like this game, and I think it's a game that it will be well received on. I just love how the punch and everything looks. It just looks. Was there a way he could do a roll? No. Look at that little jump. Oh, there was. Ah, it's a diagonal. It's the diagonal down. So that was cool. But look, down and jump. That is just hilarious. It's almost like he's stomping on something. You could smash walls. You could pick up like a lot of stuff. But look, you can pick him up, dash him. It's kind of like a banging-ish kind of soundtrack for this. Like, get out of here, man. You're like much smaller than me. How can you do that? And it's got that jump style. So this apparently was a sequel to Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Like, I would have never ever figured that out, guys. Like, not in a million years. It's got a very upbeat soundtrack. Look at that. So this would be a fun game. And look, that's what. Look at those things there, man. You got those. You got like the Hunchback of Notre Dame here, man. Just insane. Look at that. Look at those little things, man. I feel bad attacking them. Okay, let's go and pick that up. Then let's run up this. So guys, let me know what your kind of most wanted games are, because it'll be interesting to see them. I'm trying things out here. I'm completely sucking at this. I think when you do a level, he says, "Who's bad?" Oh, come on, I was invincible there. Good stuff. So you look at Energy's health bar, you think it's low, but it just hardly goes down. Love that punch. I was just gonna... Come on, who's bad? They say here? Oh no, I walk on. That was a midway boss. Okay, cool. Right, I had some other games in mind that would be awesome to see. That will definitely be here on RetroArch, and I should swap over as soon as I remember them, because I always end up forgetting them. But I think other games on this hardware. Let's have a look at. I bet no one's ever seen RoboCop 2. Just got to make sure I'm on the right window when I do this. Have anyone seen RoboCop 2? And I really... Oh, Pac-Land. Okay, I know that's one of your favorites, man. That game doesn't mean a lot to me, but RoboCop 2. Let's do RoboCop 2, and then let's do Pac-Land, because we have RoboCop 1. Let's do Japanese. Sometimes I like just the Japanese language, because we don't need to read what is going on here. So let's let the intro run. Yo, Sega Snatchers in the house. How are you doing, man? Guys, Sega Snatchers runs a really, really good Discord. Very, very friendly Discord. If you want an invite to it, ask me. It's the FPGA Gaming Discord. In particular, it's very, very good for Analogue Pocket or analog stuff in general. And it's a very friendly and welcoming environment. And anytime anyone wants help, there's always help available there. X-Men on the menu. To be honest, we're doing, Chris, what we're doing here is, sorry, Sega Snatchers, what we're doing here is we are doing a wish list of cores that we would like to see come over to FPGA Gaming in the future. So we're looking at stuff here that effectively isn't out yet. So it could be something that's on a radar. It could be something that's far out. And I've done RetroArch because RetroArch is kind of limited. So I might have to swap over to MAME at some point and hopefully it'll be an easy swap if we do go over to main, because Chris's Retro Gaming would like to see Total Carnage coming, but we know Total Carnage is coming over to the Analogue Pocket at some point. So, but that's on Chris's wish list. There's so much, and that's the thing. You know what? Yeah, that comment there from you, Chris, saying there's so much untouched arcade stuff. There is, and that's why the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket just have so much more going for them. Like I'm extremely happy, and I'm so looking forward to. Like when I say I'm looking forward to the next gen of FPGA gaming, honestly, I am. But don't rule out the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket. They just have so much life left in them. There's just so much left in them. So yeah, 3DO, we're kind of, so Roro, we're kind of looking arcade at the moment. That's what we're looking at. Because when we do, okay, so if I do a video again, what's your most requested cause, and we do 3DO, yeah, we can look at some games. But when we do arcade, it just opens up a whole bunch of games. Like something here, I don't even need to play this game. It's seen the different modes in here. You've got the walk along beat 'em up part where you've got two guns, one button fires left, one button fires right. You've got like the bike part where you're on a vehicle, and then you've got the Cabal style kind of gameplay where you're target and shooting stuff. Overall, it just works really, really well. And Michael Dilemma, one of the most wanted is a complete NARC core on FPGA. I saw the video clips from the in-progress core, and it had a lot of graphical corruption still. Michael, actually, NARC is available for the Analogue Pocket. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't fully work on the MiSTer. But oh wow, look at that Ed 9, man. That seriously, look at that. Like this would be a good game to get on our FPGA systems. I mean, for now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying stuff on emulation. I enjoy stuff all the time on emulation. I go to bed, I've got one of my handhelds with me. If it's not the Analogue Pocket, it's like a Windows handheld or something there. Right, but let's do something for Chris's Retro Gaming, because he is a big Pac-Land fan. So let's get out of here, and hopefully Pac-Land is here. So is it hyphen? Let's see if it shows. Oh wow, excellent, wicked, cool. All right, let's go Japan again, new. It's got different versions of the games. I seriously have no idea what is what. So here we go. This is for Chris again. I'm not the biggest fan of this game, but I never played it. And I know, Chris, you've mentioned before that you played it at like your local chippy or your local newsagent, but it was very, very local to you. And often that's what happens. That's the games that we want. We want the games that are precious to us, that we have the nostalgia for. You know, the nostalgia is a big, big thing. It's a big element. It's the reason a lot of us are into this stuff. So, you know, it's important. And I recognize that, because there's a lot of games I wouldn't touch with a barge pole, but a lot of people like them, and I'll never ever criticize them for that. You know, it's like, I get that. That is your jam. Okay, good evening, Ryan. Hope you are doing well, man. So quite a decent little turnout here for just a run-of-the-mill stream. I had to ask my wife. My wife's been a little bit under the weather recently, and I was like, do you mind if I stream? And she goes, you're never going to have enough of this YouTube stuff. And I was like, look, man, like, are you good? Like, I've kind of done my stuff. I had to do a bit of work as well. Done the work, took the kids out, had to go to like all different takeaways. One wanted a Subway, the other wanted like a Chinese, then one wanted like a burger. So I ended up going to like 4 different shops to get stuff, man. And then yeah, a Subway as well. I got some Subway cookies. That was nice. So guys, this is Pac-Land. This is this is a core many people love. Okay, now that I'm watching the tracked mode and it changes from the first level I've seen, it does look interesting. And Pac-Land came out before Super Mario Brothers 1. So a lot of people, at least I've heard, or a lot of people say it, that Super Mario Brothers was actually inspired by Pac-Land. So that's an interesting fact. How true that is, I don't know. It's just something I heard, or maybe something that someone mentioned in comments previously. So Pac-Land, the desired game. Guys, let me know what your other desired games are. Like, I don't know why, but I'm drawing a blank here. And when I said I'm drawing a blank, I think maybe I'm not, because I've remembered the game here. So let's go here. So a game that many people always mention this game, and I think this is a good game. Tumble Pop World. We'll go World. I won't just keep it Japanese all the time. Just sent my kids to bed. My wife is doing an evening 10-kilometer walk for charity. Oh, excellent stuff, man. Good stuff, Ryan. Wicked. Yeah, I like it. To be honest, it's the weekend this Saturday, so the boys can stay up late, man. But guess what, man? My youngest, seriously, they've got their laptops downstairs, 3060 and a 4070. They're rocking it. They're playing Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies. And the 8-year-old, man, I've told him, look, if you're playing games and you need to go toilet, stop playing and go toilet. So what he did, he'll go until he reaches that limit. So he ended up like wetting his pants a bit, you know, not massively, but like just a little bit there. And I'm like, guys, come on. Like, how many times have I spoke to you? So I've banned him from gaming for the rest of the day. So he was soaking for a bit, but I made him understand. I said, look, you're doing this. We're having to wash your clothes to change your clothes because you just can't be bothered to go to the toilet. Now, have I been guilty of that in the past? Definitely. I remember going to like Street Fighter tournaments and like getting into the games, and I needed to go toilet badly, and I didn't want to go because I was involved in a set. So yeah, I've been guilty of that, but I've controlled my bladder enough not to kind of wet myself, which is different to the kids. Yo, the Tax 55, yeah, we can definitely check Raiden 2. Hopefully it all runs on there. MK2 will be a good one, Ryan. Now I'm not sure if it runs on Final Burn. I might need to actually run MAME at some point, but we try and do as much as we can with RetroArch because it's just a little bit more user friendly, like, and it's easier to change buttons if I need to do that. I see you know your judo well. I don't know who knows judo, but my kids are all right, man. They're good. They've done Brazilian jiu-jitsu for I can't remember, like a year and a half, and like currently they're doing boxing. So it's nice that they've got this confidence that they can go out and defend themselves. You know, I've taught them that, look, kids, if you're in a situation, first thing you do is try and avoid it. Second thing, run, leg it out of there, get out of there. There is no pride, just get out of that damn place. And if you can't, and it's a last resort, you fight. I mean, they're young, right? They're still in like primary school, but I think it's important to know, and it's good to have that confidence. Oh, Snow Brothers is one of my wants, man. We can have a look at that. Matthew, I know you're saying Aliens there, but we already have Aliens. If you're talking about Aliens, the arcade game, we have that. That's something that's been brought out by Hotega, and I'm pretty sure it's a public core as well. So you can grab it even if you are not a Patreon supporter. So let's try and see if Mortal Kombat works. Sorry, if I press restart. And guys, RetroArch is really, really good. I put a tweet out earlier about a channel called Retro Crisis. He's like a friend of mine, someone that I met from YouTube. But he's been making some really, really good shaders and filters and like some crazy, crazy effects. So that's my idea. So that last game we looked at, Tumble Pop, that was a single screen platformer. So let's have a look. Okay, so hopefully Mortal Kombat 2 works. Let's see. Again, guys, like, hopefully it's got a decent, let's see, sometimes you get, oh, okay, excellent, it's working. So that'll be awesome. Okay, Raiden 2, MVC 2, dude, that will be on more powerful FPGAs when the time comes. Oh, okay, cool, I had to press a button there. So good stuff. Sorry, when I just realized you're not seeing all of my screen for the RetroArch menus because I've cut it, because I've set it to 4:3 aspect ratio, because let's face it, a vast majority of stuff that we're gonna see here is gonna be in a 4:3 aspect ratio. So yeah, again, interesting game. Like okay, so when Mortal Kombat 1 came out in the arcade, guys, it took everything by storm. It was big. Was it as big as Street Fighter? I don't think so. And the reason it wasn't as big as Street Fighter, and I'll explain, because when Street Fighter, forget Street Fighter 1, that was big for its time, and it was good, it was fun. But it didn't have that two-player, the multiplayer element. You know, we played 2 players where the second player was Ken, first player 1 was Ryu, but it didn't have that buzz to it. Now when Street Fighter 2 came out, you know, it was very, very competitive. Like, friendships were made. Friendships were made and they were lost over that game. Hey, Ori the Retro Gamer, how you doing? So when Mortal Kombat 1 came out, it was more a case of that shock factor. You know, the graphics look realistic. They weren't animated graphics. They were CGI captures, and it looked big. And I remember seeing the fatality of like Scorpion, like ripping off their head. And come on, when you're a teenager and you've just kind of hit puberty and you're seeing this stuff, you're like, oh wow, this is amazing. And then you see Kano like rip a guy's heart out of their chest and you're like, wow. But then you play it 2-player, and I know some people say they had good games playing that, but seriously, I never got Mortal Kombat 1. Now, Mortal Kombat 2, I never played it in the arcade. I never saw the arcade machine. If I did, then maybe I never paid attention to it. You know, we're talking like somewhere like a seaside, and there was probably something better that I wanted to play. So, but I did play this a lot on the SNES, and I played it with friends. Unfortunately, in my group of friends, and I'm not boasting here, I'm not that good at fighting games. I've done plenty of streams where I'm playing fighters, I am not that good. But in my group of friends, I was the best one. And what happens is, when you start kicking everyone's behind at a game, the game's not fun for them anymore. So we only played it for a limited time before we stopped playing it. So let's have a look at something else, okay? Oh, Raiden. Let's have a look at the Raiden games. I don't really know much about Raiden 2, but yeah, we can certainly try. Okay, so let's do this. And Retro Arch is really good. I've got a really old version of Final Burn Neo. I never update stuff. I don't feel like I need to, but I should do at some point. So let's do Raiden. That's quite funny because we just had Raiden in there. So someone said Raiden 2, right? So we've got Raiden DX. Okay, yeah, let's do easy version. I'm enjoying this stream because I don't really have to play it. The attract mode seems to be decent enough. Oh, so sorry, there was a bit I'm into. I worked with 2 guys in a UK kickboxing team in one of my first jobs. They were crazy strong. Yeah, man, they're strong. I was speaking about a friend of mine that I don't speak to anymore because when I went teetotal, he was still, you know, indulging in a lot of stuff. So I broke away from a lot of my friends that you know would not stay away from that, at least for like a number of years. And but this guy was a fighter, man. He trained many different disciplines over the years, but he was just, you know, like I don't know if anyone ever watched Naruto, but Naruto was like a natural. Plus, when he trained, he was better than anyone that wasn't a natural and trained, like Rock Lee, for example, that trained but didn't have the natural ability. Sorry, I didn't watch all of Naruto, but I do remember that part from it. So this guy was just such a natural that when we used to go out around town and we weren't in exactly the right frame of mind, our game was that I used to try and stealth attack him, and that guy would just floor me, man. Like he would just, that's it. He would just, there's no way I could get to him. And it was just dumb stuff that we used to do when we were young. Hey, Matt, how you doing, man? Yeah, you know what? It's all good, man. It's all good. Hopefully, look, with all that stuff that's taking place, I've extended the olive branch. I really do hope it's accepted. You know, there's no winners here. Just to kind of point out, guys, there are no winners. You can't win with this stuff. Even if you feel like you're winning and you've got the upper hand on something, the amount of time it takes, like yesterday, I could have done like in 2 videos with all the nonsense I was dealing with it. So hopefully the olive branch that I've extended gets accepted and, you know, we can kind of move forward from it, right? You know, we don't have to get on or like everyone on the scene, but hey, we can exist in the same space and not be biting our heads off. All Sega Snatchers, yes, let's definitely do Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder. I like that game. I think I've actually got a video on stream where I've completed it, but like with a lot of fighters, what happens is they're really a lot of fun. And that was what was fun in the arcade. You would put your credit in. Now, the golden rule was in the arcade in general was you never ever use the continue. Unless you were super rich or you were scamming something, you got where you got with 1 credit. If you could complete a game with 1 credit, cool. If you couldn't, you got through to level 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever you got to. But Golden Axe is one of those games, or like a lot of beat 'em ups out there, that when you go further in the game, all the enemies start piling in and it becomes a little bit, it feels like a little bit of a chore. And I do get that with a lot of brawlers. I feel like a lot of modern brawlers like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Shredder's Revenge and Streets of Rage 4, they've tackled that issue a lot better. But we're not in the era of coin guzzling arcades now. We're in the era where everyone's playing games at home. And in the era of the arcade, like this game you're seeing on here now, when you had the home version, it was a lot worse than the arcade version. So the arcade was the superior way to play. It was stuff you didn't have at home. Unfortunately, the technology we have at home now, or at one point it surpassed the arcade, and there just wasn't much point in going to the arcade. And I still went to the arcade for the fighters until I took a massive break, but it was there. So anyway, this one is for Matt. And Sega Snatchers is just super awesome. So let's do this, and hopefully it just comes up as Golden Axe. Yeah, it should do actually if I search it. What? Okay, now I need to get out of this. Sorry, if you don't backspace your search, it starts searching within the search you've already got up. So, okay, you know what? It may not. Okay, let's see if it comes up under a different name. What was it? Golden. Was it Death Adder? Revenge of Death Adder. Let's see if Death Adder. You know, I always get confused with Death Adder because there's a show that I used to watch called Blackadder, and I always get the two confused. No, so it may not be on here. I may need to play that on MAME. You know what? Give me a sec, guys. Let's try and get MAME up and see if that kind of shows up. Okay, so I'm just going to exit RetroArch for now. So bear with me. It's a very, very unprofessional stream today. So hopefully I can get it up and running, and right, it kind of should be okay. Okay, MAME. Okay, so I've kind of got MAME up to some extent, and hopefully the game will come up. So, hopefully the controls and everything are configured. Where is it? How do I find it? So let's just go Revenge of Death Adder. No, that's okay. Really get a bit weird with like the MAME search, you know, guys. So we've got golden. Is it going to be one word, Golden Axe, or is it going to be space? Trying to find this game here format. Let's see. Can we? Hopefully we can see it down here somewhere. Where the heck is it? Ooh, okay. All right. Where the heck is Golden Axe Revenge of Death? I know I've played it before. I've definitely got it somewhere. I just don't know where the heck it is. Ooh, sorry guys. I'm kind of curious as to get it now. Ah, here we go. Got it. Okay, cool. Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder. Now with MAME now. Kind of need to do this, and let's see how it kind of pops up. So right, got my controller in there. Okay, right, sorry guys, it's not the best view that we've got. Can I make it a little bit better? Let me try, guys, just so we've kind of got this here on so let's go here. Okay, that'll do without me adjusting it too crazy. So Sega Snatchers, this one is for you, buddy, and I'm really, really hoping to myself. Now, MAME, if I do it full screen, as soon as I leave the window, it stops working. That's why I've got MAME in windowed mode, and I've got part of it showing or whatever. It's just full screen. It just doesn't seem to like. It doesn't seem to like it when, yeah, when I leave the window. Oh, okay. Okay. I can't remember what character. Where's Tyrus, man? Where's my? Okay, so she's not in there. I'll just be... His name is Stern, but look at it now. On my screen, it looks like his name is Sperm. Yeah, I'm going out with a jizz man. Best MAME I found was... Do you know what? I'm actually using MAME 0.260. Like, I'm lazy. I don't update stuff often. At some point, I will. I think they're on like 266 now or something. So, oh, wow. You know what, Matt? Sega Snatchers, this is mad. This is wicked, man. Sorry, as soon as I played it, I felt it all right, and it even feels all right, man. Like usually, I feel a lot of latency on stuff, but I don't know this game too well. It kind of feels okay, man. Look, they got look at the attack here. Oh wow, they got a kick as well. So look at that. Sorry, I wanted to do the magic. Look, wow, man. So this is some good stuff, man. So this will be a good one. I know Sega Snatchers that your two most wanted games on like FPGA Gaming are, well, one of them was X-Men, so you got that yesterday, and this is the other one. Has he got another? Okay. Oh, okay. So the special's a little bit different. It's almost like he's playing baseball. Like I like the creatures in here. Do I need to jump on it? Oh, okay. Just need to press a fire button. Oh wow, I need to collect that as well now. So I've got some kind of mantis here. Again, like a good game, and yeah, this will be this will be a fun game to bring out. Like, I'm seeing a 2-player version here. Now, I don't know, Sega Snatchers, was there a 4-player version of this game out? If there was, then, you know, this would be a good game to play 4 players. Just like a lot of brawlers, they end up being a lot more fun when they're with your friends. But I hate with a passion brawlers with friendly fire in there, because, yeah, man, it makes it difficult when all that stuff is going on screen, and yeah, you end up attacking each other. So this is definitely a big upgrade from the other Golden Axes. It's a big upgrade. Look at that, man. I mean, like, so sorry, I just wanted to have a look at the oppressors there. We had the oppressors there, and, you know, in the first one, like, they're kind of beating the villagers. In this one, they're getting them to pull a statue of Death Adder. A stone in the face. Absolutely love that contraption there, man. So this is a good game. This is definitely a game that would be a welcome addition. I kind of wanted to ride that, you know, the classic, that those, okay, so, sorry, I just fired the magic there. I was getting a bit confused there. Hey, Valkyrie, how you doing? Bazaar, everyone. Hey, welcome. Hope everyone's having like a good, I mean, for me, it's Saturday evening. It's like 2 minutes to 8 o'clock. But for all you guys in the USA, I hope you're having like a good afternoon. I really do wish you like a chill, very, very chill and like an amazing weekend, man. You know, spend it with family, spend it with loved ones, have fun. I actually feel all right today. I've done the weekly news video, and in between, while you know, I said to my missus, I'll get food for the kids when they go out. But when your kids are like, Dad, we're hungry, so I had to kind of drop the news video, run out, and then do it. Well, it would have been out a lot sooner, but that's all good. You know, family always comes first. I have to say, look, I do like the fact that that boss wasn't a lot of hits. Now, nice, interesting use here. Give me some meat. That's very, very cool. It's been a while since I played this game, so I've completely forgotten about it. But have we got any other games in there? Oh no, someone said NBA Jam. Don't make me play that on stream. That's going to be an attract mode game. So let's go. So is it? Make sure I'm on the right window. Yes, I am. Right, so it's escape from MAME, isn't it? Sorry, let me... Okay, that window's a little bit better like that. So let's go NBA Jam. So MAME definitely gives us a lot more compatibility when it comes to games. And I know a lot of people really do like NBA Jam. And I used to play it again on the Super Nintendo. Never seen the arcade machine, never played it. But here we go. So we have got NBA Jam. Give me some good attract mode, because I really don't want to play. Oh, Valkyrie, it's noon, man. So your day is just starting. Hey, Pixel. Long time watcher, Golden Axe Classic. Oh, wicked Bazaar, man. Nice one. I'm pretty sure you've been on the stream before. It rings a bell. Is it just because Bazaar is something like, yo, Bazaar, how you doing? It's something we would call someone in London. Need to put that search in the MiSTer Analogue. Is there not a search? I mean, I don't really have a major issue. I really like the simplicity of both the devices. I like the fact that when I scroll, I can scroll a letter and I can do it quickly. Just for the fact that, you know, if you've got a keyboard connected to your MiSTer, if you highlight any games and you press, like, I don't know, if you want NBA Jam, you press N, it will take you straight to N. So it is a little bit quicker if you have got a keyboard handy. But yeah, NBA Jam, this would be a welcome addition. This is like on some Midway hardware. I can't be bothered looking at System 16 anymore to find out all the facts. But yeah, this is on Midway hardware. And yeah, this will likely come to FPGA Gaming at some point. This was a lot of fun to play. You know, we used to play, like, I don't know, I can't remember if you could play 4 players on a multi-tap, but I do remember playing 1v1. And yeah, the game was certainly a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. Let's have a look. Okay, NBA Jam, right on, wicked. All right, what else have we got? So Matt Volk, I was playing RetroArch when I started. Now we've gone over to MAME because Sega Snatchers asked for Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder, and yeah, that wasn't on RetroArch, so I went into MAME. MAME definitely has more of a variety. I generally use RetroArch because it's more convenient, but MAME does have a lot more gang for it. And I haven't got the latest version of MAME either. I'm using an older version of MAME. So let's go. There's a game that I really like. Let me... And this is one that I'm looking forward to. And it's something that will likely come out to FPGA Gaming. Yeah, I can't exactly say when because I don't know exactly when. But yeah, this is a fantastic game. Again, I played it on the Amiga, and we've got good ways of playing this already. We've got what ways have we got of playing it? We can play it on the PC Engine CD. We can play it on the PlayStation 1. So we've got different ways of playing it. Really, really good, refreshing soundtrack. Actually, if anyone watched the earlier news video today, this is a soundtrack that I used in there, but I felt I left it a little bit too loud. I kind of have to judge that by ear, and yeah, I thought it was a little bit loud. Man, I miss those shoes, man. So always get these stars. These stars just wipe everyone out for you. Oh my God, it's a double rainbow. Oh my God, it's a double rainbow. That was my early days on the internet. I remember seeing that, and I was thinking, what the heck's with a double rainbow, man? So yeah, this will be great to get on the arcade because the original version is the arcade. Yeah, man, the music for this is just so darn good. Why are these things angry already, man? They don't get angry that quick. Really, really refreshing music, man. Especially like the first stage. The first stage is just happiness, you know. There's a modern game, I think it's called Slime Rancher. I'm not a free rainbow guy, you know. There's a lot of disadvantages to free rainbow. At least in my opinion, the triple rainbow presents more disadvantages to me than advantages, only because there's a maximum limit you can have, which I think is 10. So if you've got a triple rainbow, what happens is on your third row, look, the second one goes, or whatever the limit is, it might be 8, I can't remember. But if you've got a double rainbow, then you can kind of build more of them simultaneously. But guys, any ideas for any other games? I'm gonna, let's have a look here. Let's see what else we can kind of find. So what have we got? What have we got in here? It's interesting when you don't put in a name in here. And what's Rambo 3? Is Rambo 3 out? I can't even remember Rambo 3. Sometimes you've got very, very powerful games in MAME. Okay. Yeah, Rainbow Islands is a really good game. Used to have this years ago on the Amstrad. Okay, CPC 464. I had one of those for a while. That was the one where I think I had the tape version, and it was actually stuck in. It was stuck into, so it was joint to the monitor. I remember I had that, like my mum's friend, her kids didn't want it anymore, and they just gave it to me for free. I remember I used to play Emlyn Hughes International Superstar Soccer on there. That was fantastic. Had a really good back heel. But it's interesting to hear Rainbow Islands on there because it kind of seems to be that pretty much any Rainbow Islands. Rainbow Islands is one of those games like R-Type where any port of it or any kind of conversion of it just played really, really well wherever you played it. So yeah, Rainbow Islands seems to be good. Guys, this isn't one of my desired games. I just quickly picked a random game. So this is like a run and gun, like Nam on the Neo Geo, as well as like Cabal that we looked at earlier. So yeah, I guess you know what, maybe this is on someone else's wish list. But guys, give me some of your wish list. Lima is asking about Virtual Cop 2. We've got that on the Sega Saturn at the moment, and what's really good is MiSTer Add-ons has actually added support for snacks, so you can use, like, I think it's called the Sega Stunner or something. So you can yeah, you can use that to, yeah, you can completely use that to play Virtua Cop 2 with a gun, which I think is just absolutely great news. Really, really good news. So okay, there was a reason. Okay, there was a reason that was cut off. Never mind. Okay, so what next, guys? Anyone got anything? Yeah, same as mine, same as you. Oh, Wicked. Okay, yeah, nice one, Mr. Laserlight. Yeah, that was good. You know what? And I wasn't too interested in it at the time, the Amstrad, but it was free and it had a few games with it, so I tried it. I really wish I kept a lot of that old stuff. You know, it just ended up being what we now called e-waste, man. Yeah, Ryan C64 was damn awesome, man. I loved it. I always told everyone a story about when I got my Commodore 64, there was a guy in my local area and his nickname was Tifos. And the reason he had the nickname Tifos was because he had like mash up teeth. His teeth were like popping out and he was a thief. The guy was a thief. He had a Commodore 64 and he sold it to me for £60, and I had to beg my mum. I had to tell her, look, this thing is worth hundreds. He's selling it for 60, and that's how I got my Commodore 64. So I don't know where it came from, but man, I was so desperate for it. I honestly, I didn't even care about it at the time. So ethical, not exactly, but I was still in like what they call a primary school here. So, you know, I just wanted it, and I was good with that. So let me just fixing something here. Right, okay, so guys, am I getting any of your requests here? Sorry, I'm just messing about with some stuff here in the background. Just kind of the top. I just don't want the menu to show. Okay, that should be, that's kind of all right. Okay. Sorry, my bad, guys. Very, very unprofessional stream. It's usually easier with a capture card. With a PC, I'm juggling different apps around. So, right, has anyone got another game? I think Chris mentioned Total Carnage. Chris is Retro Gaming. So let's go and let's do Total Carnage, because that wasn't on Retro Arch, but it will be, here we go. It will be on MAME. And that's the advantage of MAME. It just has a lot more games. So guys, block capital me games that you would like to see, and we can go and have a look at those games for sure, guys. For 100% sure, we can check those games. I really should have brought a drink with me, man. My mouth is almost going dry. I might do about another 30 minutes of this, and we can check it out. Right, okay, so, see, with RetroArch, you can press the space bar, and it fast forwards everything for you. I don't know if you can fast forward stuff in MAME. If you can, then I don't know how you do it, or I haven't checked it. Snow Brothers, yes, we're going to have to do Snow Brothers, because Snow Brothers is fantastic. Need to remember that in my head. Now, guys, I like this game. On like the Midway system, you've got Mortal Kombat, you've got Smash TV, you've got another game called Trog, Terminator 2, among some other games. For me, definitely, I think this is the game that I like. Oh, come on, let me just play. Oh, okay, so they've got controls like Smash TV. Oh, wow. Okay, this is good configuration of MAME. So I'm using the right analog stick. I'm playing it like a dual analog shooter. That's a mine. That ain't a power-up. Again, this is a fun game, you know. I've actually been so I've been messing around with MRAs, and I think I've almost got this working on the Analogue Pocket. But that's not something I will share, you know. It's someone else is working on that, and you know they'll release that in due time. But at least for me, I know I like experimenting with MRAs, so I can see if I can get other games on that system working. And you know what? For the best part, it's actually worked. Let's go into the shortcut here. Oh, am I saving them? Because yeah, oh yeah, I saved her, man. Right, let's do Snow Brothers. But yeah, this is a fun game. I think this is a good game on that system. These games, they feel very like American, you know. They feel very, very American, or Western, should I say, instead of like an Eastern game. There's a big difference. Like for example, the difference I can give is this Total Carnage, Mortal Kombat, Smash TV. They feel similar to, if we're talking about RPGs, where we're talking. So if you play like Mass Effect or BioWare, so Mass Effect or Dragon Age, like the BioWare RPG, that's like, you can, as soon as you pick it up, you know it's not a bad RPG, but you know it's a Western RPG. It's just got that Western flavor to it. That's how I feel the Midway games are. They've got a very, very Western feel to them. And you know, if you play something like Street Fighter, the SNK games, a lot of those have got an Eastern or even like a Japanese kind of feel to it. So guys, this is a very, very special game to me, man. One of my best friends who I met at the age of 11 in secondary school, he doesn't live in the country anymore, man. We're in communication, we talk to one another, but this was one of his favorite games, man, and we always played it. We played it together a couple of times, but we used to just end up putting in one credit and taking lives or doing different parts of the games. So yeah, again, yeah, Baldur's Gate. Again, Baldur's Gate is a Western one. So when you play a Japanese one, it just, I don't know the correct word. It's like, even though I like some of the Western stuff, like I'm a fan of Mass Effect, I'm a fan of Dragon Age, Baldur's Gate I haven't really played too much, but there's a certain finesse that the Japanese games have that the Western ones, they don't have that. I don't know what it is. Even when you look at Nintendo games, Scandal, you're a game developer, man. I know you work in a I know you work, you've been in the industry a long time, but you know, can you elaborate on that or anything? And hello, Scandal. It's definitely a weekend and a good, happy weekend to you as well. But yeah, there's just something I've all like. If I had to pick Western games only or Eastern games only, then I have to say I'll pick Eastern games because most of the games I like. In fact, my three favorite game franchises are Castlevania, Street Fighter, and Monster Hunter, and they're all games from a Japanese company. I like a lot of the Eastern stuff, and there's been, especially recently when it comes to indie stuff, there's been some really, really good. There's been some really, really good Western stuff. But when we look at a lot of the older stuff as well, even if we go back to like the 360 and before that, like there was just something about the Japanese, at least from a personal point, they just felt very, very complete and just rounded up, whereas the Western ones didn't quite have that. Right, have we got yet? Snow Brothers is there, Wicked, we've got that. Guys, any other games, man? I'm kind of drawing a blank here. I had like so many ideas before I was playing. Oh, I've got an idea. It's just come to me now. We've got, let's have a look at the Taito F3 system. So stuff like Elevator, we want action returns, man. We want returns. Yeah, baby, that's what we want. Oh, okay. So graphics okay, sound imperfect. So there may be some sound issues. So it's really good because the Sega Saturn core on the MiSTer FPGA has introduced me to a lot of the Taito F3 games. Like the Taito F3 games, I wouldn't have really known too much about them until I started playing the Saturn core. And guys, this game, it's an amazing game. Like you can never have so much fun in elevators. And this is something core developer Raki at RCA Victor Co is working on. They're working on the Taito F3 system. Now, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. The games that we should be seeing from them soon, or the next release, recently they released Salamander and Life Force, is a game called Twinbee. We can have a look at that in a second if you guys like. Gauntlet Legends. Okay, yeah, sure, we can check that. So, yeah, so this will be a great system because there are so many games on this system. Bubble Symphony's on there. I think Arabian Magic's on here. It really, really does have like a lot of games on here. And that's what's good. And that's why like CPS3 is my biggest one. But the issue, a lot of people, when they speak about CPS3, they always say, why CPS3? Like, why do you want CPS3 when CPS3 only has, you know, like a handful of games on there when other systems have got so much more on there? Man, it's because of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, man. I want that. I want that game, you know. I got into the MiSTer because of one game, which was at the time Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Everything else is a bonus. And honestly, I can say it changed my perception of retro gaming, how I consume it, how I play it, and how I go about it. Everything else is secondary. Yeah. Oh, Twinbee, yeah, we can check that. So we've got Gauntlet Legends next. Oh, Dead or Alive. Right, guys, my PC, I've got the crappiest PC in the house, man. I always say I've got 1660 Ti. And my kids have got a 3060, 3070, and a 4070. I've got the rubbishest one, so it may not run some of the more demanding games. I need to pick up a new laptop, and I want at least a 4070 in there. But I'm going to wait because I'm hoping the 5000 series of laptops comes out by then. I want to buy it just before Monster Hunter Wilds because I want to stream that if I'm playing it, and I need a laptop that's powerful enough to run it and stream it. Spitfire RAF 100. How are you doing, man? I love it when you turn up on the streams. It's really good. There's a lot of people that turn up on streams regularly, and I don't know. I just feel really happy when they turn up. Ori the Retro Gamer's one of them. Scandal UK. Spitfire RAF 100. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not naming you personally. Ryan is someone that I know turns up quite a lot as well. Mohammed Ghani, I know you've turned up before. But, you know, when the regulars turn up, I don't want to leave Mr. Laser Light out. You know, like it just feels nice. And that's why I really, really like doing the streams. And I know someone mentioned the recent controversy recently. Guys, honestly, if my channel went, which I really hope it doesn't, I'm definitely fighting for it and it looks like it's going in the right direction. I like this as a hobby. Even if I ended up streaming on Twitch and just having fun, I just end up doing that. It's not like I'm making life-changing money on there. But, you know, I do want to keep the channel, don't get me wrong. Right, what were we doing next? Right, someone said Gauntlet Legends. So, Gauntlet Legends, and let's have a look at that. And hopefully this isn't one of the ones that's... Because I think I bought Gauntlet Legends for my brother on the PC the other day. He was like, I gave him my ROG Ally, and he's just not a proper gamer. So, oh, I can see it there. So he's not a proper gamer. So he was like, oh, oh yeah, look at this. Okay, yes, I need images for this, man. It's not going to work. It's one of the newer ones. So sorry, no Gauntlet Legends for you. Dead or Alive? Let's see if it runs on my thing. So yeah, I gave my brother my ROG Ally, and he's like, I'm going to buy Gauntlet Legends. And it was like, we've got Dead or Alive. We've got Dead or Alive 1. Okay, Dead or Alive Plus. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so he was going to buy it for £15. And I thought, look, let me have a look. And I went on CD Keys and I found it for like £1 or like £1.29. So I bought it for him. But yeah, he kind of liked Gauntlet Legends, man. And that was interesting. Twinbee, yep, got that in the back of my mind. Okay, warning, this game is to be exclusively used in Japan. So, hey guys, if you're just tuning in, I really, really do hope you are having like an awesome Saturday. Like Valkyrie said, and hey, Valkyrie is another one of the people that turns up to the streams a lot. So that always a pleasure to see, you know, all of you guys. So Valkyrie said, she said it is like midday, or it was midday. So I guess it's 18 minutes past midday now. So, okay, that's not actually doing too badly considering, you know, my laptop is a little bit of a potato. It looks like it's running slow though, or maybe that's just there. It's definitely looking like it's running slow to me. I could just start it and try. Definitely I need to get a new, yeah, the CHD ROMs are big. I don't have any of the CHDs. I think that, oh yeah, that's definitely running slow, man. I mean, if a fighting games were that slow, I would think I'm playing stuff in the Matrix. So my PC is showing its age. Actually, the maximum I could upgrade the RAM to was from 16 gig. It had 2 8 gigs in there, one soldered, one that I could upgrade. So I could take that 8 out and buy a 16. And I did. So I'm running with 24 gig of RAM. I'm looking forward to when I get a new PC, because then I'll end up using this one at my new work. My mobile PC is a 10-inch screen. It's a GPD Win Max. So I'll replace it with this one, which looks a little bit bigger, because that 10-inch screen, when you're working on there, unless you've got an additional screen, man, you've really got to strain those eyes. And I wear glasses as well. So, you know what? Well, let's have a look. Until someone comes out with something, I'm just trying to think of games here. So, tempted to get. Do you know what? Bill's Old Gaming. I was actually selling my one. I offered it to a few of my friends for $2.50, but no one really wanted it. That's why I gave it to my brother. But I think I had it on sale for like $3.35 or something. Look, the advice I'll give you with the ROG Ally is the D-pad on the thing is damn crap. Now, I don't know about the ROG Ally X. It looks different. Maybe it's better. But I got rid of my ROG Ally X because I film content on the go. And I need a Windows machine to be able to do that best with a 1080p display minimum. The Steam Deck, I can't do that on because the screen is like 800p. I need it for videos at 1080p. So the D-pad is terrible on there. Like, oh my God, it's like one of the worst D-pads I've used in my life. My friends were laughing at me. They said, you know, you should just use it to play AAA games. But I actually bought the GPD Win 4 because it's got fantastic D-pad and got rid of my ROG Ally. No one understands that unless you're really into retro games, but I actually film a lot of my content while I'm in bed sometimes if I need to film emulation footage. Right. What did somebody want? Somebody wanted Twinbee. Let's have a look at Twinbee. That will definitely run because that's probably older than I am. It's okay, so here we are, Twinbee, and this is okay. That's good. The timer's going quite fast. Kind of like that soundtrack that they got. Turn it up there a little bit for you guys. Retro Pocket. Oh, you know what? Scandal. I stopped myself from buying it, man. Because so what happened is when I left my I've left my previous job and I'm starting my new job on Monday, but I overtook my holiday by quite a bit. So like my last paycheck is peanuts. So just to pay all my bills and everything, I had to dip into savings. And my new paycheck is going to be like half a month or something. And you know, whenever you transfer jobs, I always feel like you're getting robbed. I calculated my hours. By my calculations, I took 108 hours extra holiday. But by the company's calculation, they took 100. They're saying I owed 123 hours, so they took that out of my pay. But I did take a lot of my holiday at the beginning of the year. But I'd been there for, you know, the same company for 13 years, so there was never an issue with me taking holiday early and me doing a run or anything like that. You know, completely worked up until the last minute. So I was very tempted with that Retroid Pocket 5, man, the Pro version, the one with the AMOLED screen, the bigger one, and I might still pick it up at some point down the line. Yeah, I might still pick it up. It does look really, really good. It's interesting, and the thing that I like about it compared to like the Windows handhelds I've got, it's really, really light. The thing that I dislike about the Android handhelds, I just feel like the Android handhelds they just have this degree of latency, like input lag, whatever it is, the sandbox environment that the Android is, it just feels like lag is inherent. The only time I don't feel lag on it, and this might sound contradictory to what I'm saying, is when I'm playing native Android games. When I'm playing something like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, like I really do like the port on the Android. I think it's fantastic with a D-pad with proper controls. It's a very, very good way of playing it. Same as Streets of Rage 4 felt okay on it as well. Not as good as the PC version, but it was playable. I was able to do everything on there. But emulation-wise, in 16-bit, I feel there's a lot of lag on there, man. Oh, what's this? The Black Rock Ally only has a different battery, is double the capacity. No, do you know the D-pad on there? It looks different because I had the first one. The second one, the ROG Ally X, the D-pad actually looks more like a Saturn D-pad. That's why I was like, okay, the D-pad's different. So again, I don't know, but if anyone wants to Google it, I've got the GPD Win 4. I bought like the latest version available, and I'm really happy with it. It runs new games if I want to play new games on there, but more importantly, it runs all my old games that I really want to play. So, you know, I'm nuts. I spent like 650 quid on a handheld PC that can play the latest AAA games to some extent with some sacrifices in the presets you use and maybe locking it to 45 FPS to play games. I get laughed at within those particular communities when I talk about I want to get it for a D-pad, because I'll go to like the GPD Discord and they'll be like, this plays AAA games, why do you want it for that? And I'm like, yeah, I've got my reasons, you know. And the thing is, I can actually live stream from those, so I can plug in a mic. Like this stream I could do from one of my handheld devices while lying in bed. And I'll tell you what, man, that's the future. Yeah, that is the future. Like lying down in bed, man, it is awesome, like streaming in there. It is wicked. You just got to be careful because it's hard to read chat, so I kind of have to have like my phone in the stand that's doing the chat so I can read everything and then I can go on there. Oh, what's this? I have the 4 Pro and it feels responsive enough on GeForce Now Ultimate, but a lot of emulators have the lag. No, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, that's pretty much it. So now when it comes to 3D games, I don't feel lag as much. Like when it comes to 2D games, I feel it more. That's like with the Nintendo 64, I am happy using a Bluetooth Nintendo Switch Online controller. It works fine for me. Right, let's run another game because this has been running for a while. So, let's, okay, this is a little bit of a game, and I think this is on Data East Unique hardware. And I think, what's it called, man? What is it called? It's called Punch. Does anyone remember what that game is called? It's called Punch of One or something. Not One Punch Man. Is it Trio of Punch? Yeah, Trio the Punch. Never forget me, guys. Like, I would like to get this game. But why would I like to get this game? I never played it in the arcade. This game is just as weird as they come, man. Like, seriously, you know, this is just one of those weird ass games, man. And it's just something that, I don't know, I just kind of liked it. You pick like out of these 3 characters. So let's go with this character first. It's very, very weird, guys. Like, but okay, when he jumps, he's got a special. Okay, I wasted my special, but never mind. I was trying to figure out the buttons. Look, so here it is just weird. Yes, I know this game's weird. I would like to see it. It's just, even when the level goes, look, you've got a roulette wheel and you're going to get something. It's either going to be lucky or unlucky. Okay, main up. So I think that might have been an extra life, which usually I get the unlucky stuff. This is a very, very weird game, guys. Very, very weird game. But it's just one of those. There's just something about it that I liked. So look, there's a... Okay, so I've got him. Let's get the health. Well, guys, if I run out all of a sudden and I go AWOL, I can hear my mum staying with me at the moment, and if you guys are regularly know, she's got dementia. So if she pops in or anything like that, I'll just shut off my mic, leave the game running. I'll spend a couple of minutes with her, just tell her that, you know, I'm on an online meeting and I'll see her after, and then I'll pop out. But she may not come in. I just kind of heard her sometimes, you know, and that's the thing with the brain, you know, she doesn't recall stuff properly. So sorry. I should be able to defeat a hand. I've got a whole body, but I'm kind of listening to the sounds behind me as well. Hey, how do I beat this thing, man? Do I beat the pipes? I can't remember now. Okay, here we go. With the knife. I was trying to get rid of ninja stars, but not quite. Come on. I'm trying to beat this hand. I want to show you the part with the sheep. Okay, should be beating it soon. No one said it's easy. Oh, come on. Again, there we go. I wanted to show you guys a continuous screen. That's why I was playing so bad. And look at that. Look at the way it just looks on there, man. It's nuts. It's crazy, crazy nuts. Okay, so... Oh, come on. I'm trying to work out what's a good way where I can dodge it. So you can only hit it once. So come on, just come for me now. Oh, it goes up anyway, doesn't it? Sorry, why am I not even seeing that? What is wrong with me? So come on, attack me when you jump up. When you go up, I'll move. Come on in. Again, great soundtrack for this as well. I like it, man. It's one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. Never saw it in the arcade. I think if I saw this in the arcade, I think even as a kid, I kind of would have... Have I just jumped on top of it? Okay, we've beaten it, guys. Well done. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. This is where we got perfect for the Mr. Wicked. Even connected old hard Wicked. Guys, the Amiga Vision pack should be out soon, man. It's just a life pop. Wow, I'm getting all the luck here today. So with Amiga Vision, they were going to release their new Amiga Vision pack. But yeah, man, it's not... it's because archive.org is down, so we can't get hold of that. Right, let's see if we can get to the sheep part. Some, again, weird enemies in this, man. Oh, sorry, guys, you can see my cursor on the screen. So, guys, what do you think? Do you think you like this game? What have you played this game in the arcade? And what do you think if this actually came out at the time? Well, actually, I've just remembered a game that a lot of people are after. So not exactly one of my most wanted games, but definitely one of the games that most people want. All right, I've had enough. So let's get out of this. So a lot of people really like this game, and I can see for good reason. It looks like a superb game. When I played it, it plays superb as well. But I have nostalgia myself for Sunset Riders. So I prefer Sunset Riders to this, but it is strictly because I never watched a cartoon. And I never played this game in the arcade. Even though Sunset Riders, I played it mainly on the SNES. It was out for the Super Nintendo, and it was very good on the Super Nintendo. This is just not something that I've ever experienced. I never built up that nostalgia for it. Oh, nice. Wicked. Ryan's got his Amiga setup, man. That's wicked. I have to say, though, the Amiga on the MiSTer's just wicked, man. That's the Amiga's one device that the emulation was laggy. And that's where, like, the MiSTer especially just shines, man. The Analogue Pocket Amiga Vision pack is excellent as well. I actually want to get Amiga up and running on my Steam Deck because of the pads on the Steam Deck. I imagine they'll make playing mouse games a lot of fun on a handheld. I just need to set it up. So yeah, this is a game many people like, and I think this is yeah, this is a fun. It's definitely a fun game when I played it. It's got good level design. It's got good boss fights in there, and I know this is a game that a lot of people will definitely like. So it always gets mentioned a lot, especially when someone mentions Sunset Riders. This one always gets mentioned. Yeah, Amiga's just wicked, man. I so it was just such a great machine. I actually ended up swapping my one for a Super Nintendo, and I got into a lot of trouble from my parents because I convinced them to buy me. Convinced them to buy me an Amiga because I wanted to do homework. And I told them I'd be doing homework. I never once did homework on there. All I ever did was play games on that darn thing, man. All right, before I forget, because I get games coming in my head, and then when it comes time to turn a game off, I forget. But while we're on MAME, and hopefully this is definitely the wrong Spider-Man. This is not the Spider-Man that I'm thinking of. Nope. Yeah, we're all right for this. Which Spider-Man is it? Which Spider-Man? Which Spider-Man? How? Guys, remember the Spider-Man beat 'em up on Sega System something or another? It's not going to be this one, is it? Or is it? I get a feeling it's not. No. Okay. Guys, anyone remember I can't remember what Sega System it's on now. I think it's this one, isn't it? Spider-Man the video game? I think it is, you know. I think we're on. Yes. This is the one where Spider-Man's walking like an old man. So this would be a good game to get on FPGA Gaming, right? We've now got X-Men. So this had some really good zooming features in there. Look at that. Look at where Spidey kind of bounces, just flies out. It just looks wicked. So I remember seeing this in the Trocadero in London. Honestly, didn't have money to play this when I saw this. And I remember seeing this. I remember seeing like the zooming in and the zooming out parts and just being completely amazed by it. And one of my favorite Spider-Man villains is the Scorpion, because one of my earliest memories of comics, and my uncle, who I often speak about, that had the Atari ST, the one that gave me the Atari 800. So I always got his hand-me-down, or I was one of his nephews, among others, that's got hand-me-downs. And the first Spider-Man comic I ever saw, I still remember the cover. It had Spider-Man on there and it had Scorpion on there. And you know, when you're a kid, you're like, I don't know, 4, 5, and you see this Spider-Man comic and you see like Scorpion there with his tail, you're just blown away by it. It is like, wow. And that's why I think, like, when it comes to Spider-Man enemies, even though I don't think Scorpion's usually given the biggest part, I think Scorpion's like my favorite Spider-Man enemy. But what I'll tell you, what's really funny about Spider-Man is, man, everyone, every villain is formed from an accident, man. Like electric accident, Sandman, whatever accident, Rhino, all of them had different accidents, man. It was all, you know, Dr. Octopus, an accident in the lab that got him, Vulture, some kind of accident. So whenever they wanted to make a new superhero, supervillain, somebody had an accident. Spider-Man got bit by a radioactive spider. I don't know if Submariner got bit by a goldfish, and I don't know if Black Cat ate some cat food because she didn't have any money and it just gave us some Black Cat powers. And I don't know what Hawkeye done, but was he deaf or blind? No, that's Daredevil. Daredevil's blind, Hawkeye's deaf. So he's got no hearing, but he had that as an accident because he was picking his ears too hard with earbuds, and he pushed all the earwax in and damaged his eardrum. And then he got superpowers because when he pulled that little earbud stick back out, he could fire it like arrows, and he realized. So that's how all the Marvel stuff used to be. Oh, Akima, Batch 2 should be out. I don't know. It's not out yet. It was supposed to be out on the 8th. It's been delayed. But again, I've got to give full props to Taki, man. Guy's very transparent. He's super busy. Anytime I do speak to him or have a question or anything like that, he does answer. I like the guy, man. He's been nothing but straight out and cool with me. So I got a love. I got a lot of. I got a lot. I'd say a lot. I've got a lot of love and respect for the guy. So I wish him the best because it's nice. He's bringing a lot more people over to FPGA gaming, over to the MiSTer. So anything like that is a welcome thing, and it's especially good where, okay, so in the Western world, even though things are expensive and everything, we still have that disposable income we can kind of use. But there's other places where, you know, that price difference or the saving in price is a determining factor between someone being able to afford one and never being able to afford one. So full props to the guy, man, like wicked guy. I was about 8 when I found the Daredevil comic. It had blood and gore. Yeah, it was adult rated in the mid 1880s. Wow, I never saw that stuff in the 80s, man. I remember one of my favorite comics, man, if anyone remembers it. Is there any other superhero games, right? If I forget, it was a DC Marvel collaboration with Spider-Man and Superman. Right, let's see. Let's find another game that, what other games? You know what? I need to go on, oh, you know what? I remember one. Again, this one's on Taito F3. My mind's going blank. I should have worked with a list, you know, but I was hoping you guys actually were firing away with lots of stuff here as well. Bubble Simp, come on. Bubble Memories. No, I want Bubble. Oh, here we go. Bubble Symphony. Hopefully it works. So again, this is on the Taito F3. So one of my favorite comics, I still remember it as a kid. It was a DC and Marvel collaboration, and it was Spider-Man versus Superman. And in order to make Spider-Man be able to compete with Superman, there was some evil ray or something that gave him special powers and made him stronger. And Superman realized this, and Superman was about to punch Spider-Man. And as he's punching him, he realizes that if this punch connects, he's going to kill Spider-Man. So he stops the punch just before it hits Spider-Man in the face. Like we're talking like a centimeter or half a centimeter away from the face. And from the wind or the force of the wind the punch produces, Spider-Man just goes flying. So it was completely nuts, man. It was crazy. I remember that comic, and it was a big press, man. It was, and I think my uncle had like a first edition of it or something. I think they got re-released like years and years later, but they were really good. Raging Cajun, sorry, man, if I haven't said hello already, then a massive hello to you, man. I'm glad you caught this stream. I know you messaged me on the last one, or you left a comment, sorry, on the video saying you weren't able to attend. So I'm glad you're here today. I don't think we can see that anytime. Yeah, you know what? Who knows how stuff will evolve? Who knows what will happen? Yo, Akima, how you doing, man? Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to I Like PCN. And Akima, I like you too. Okay, so Bubble Symphony, Taito F3. While you guys watch the introduction here, let me just head over to... I want to head over to System 16. And I don't even know what system to have a look at. So... wow, okay, why is my brain just going blank? Sato. What again? Oh, okay, you know what? We can look at something closer to home. Let's look at something closer to home. And this is something that is on the horizon, something that's one of my favorite core developers and just an all around nice person. Let's see if TMNT comes up. Okay, Turtles in Time, that's interesting. TMNT is so there must be a way of tagging stuff in there. I've searched for TMNT and it's given me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Now, I haven't really played this one so much. I think it was out for the SNES and I played it a little bit. I rinsed the first one a lot. So, yeah, this one's good. I especially like the effects where they kind of fly out of the screen. So this is something that's coming out. So while this is going, let me try and bring some other games up on my screen. So there's lots and lots of different Taito hardware. So hopefully, oh, okay, that's good. I've got, wow, yeah, I'm gonna get some lists up, guys. So okay, yeah, we are getting some good stuff here now. Guys, System 16, a really, really good site. Very, it's just a fantastic site for looking up like arcade hardware and which ones they kind of referenced, which ones they go with. Oh, actually, more games are coming to my head now. So Okay, good stuff. So I've got some kind of lined up, so we are good. We are good. Let's have a look at one game that I really do think is something that we should get. I really hope I don't get a copyright warning for. I really hate it when songs and stuff come up because someone owns a copyright from them, and you start getting issues with your videos. So let's have a look at this game. And if I said goodbye grey sky, hello blue, no, that's not Elvis, is it? But let's bring in a bit of Elvis. Knuckle bash, hey! So this is one of the toe plan games, I think, but it's unique because it's Elvis in a beat 'em up. Yo, PCN, I have the Pocket and a dock. I want a MiSTer, but I don't have a strong desire to pay 500. The Pi from Taki's looking good. Yeah, man, get that. Can it do dual SD RAM for newer cores? Honestly, Akima, at this moment in time, there is nothing out there that you need dual SD RAM for. The only thing that you can play on it is a midway core that has no sound. It has no sound. It's, you know, no sound. So there is absolutely zero incentive to get dual RAM. If you're going to get a Taki one, if you're good at putting stuff together and you're not scared of putting stuff together. I mean, I'm rubbish at putting stuff together, but I managed to put the Taki MiSTer Pi. He gave me the mega bundle. He gave me one of those. He sent me one of those out for free. That was nice for him. I offered to pay for it. I actually wasn't expecting it for free. I just said, look, can I get one so I don't have to join the chicken rush for it? But he sent me one out as press. So, you know, I was very pleased with that. So if you can put it back together, you can get a mega bundle. If not, if you want everything done for you, just grab yourself the turbo bundle when it releases, and it's all dandy. So yeah, you'll get that for a lot cheaper. So in batch one, there was 2,000 units in total. So there was 2 drops of 1,000 each. Now in batch 2, there's going to be 4,000 units, which means I imagine there'll either be 4 drops of 1,000 or 2 drops of 2,000. This is just like going, you know, historically speaking here now. We're not looking at it at a different way. So yeah, historically speaking, hopefully that it will go that way. So yeah, man, it'll be turbo bundles. I mean, it's the price difference is negligible. It's like $25 and it's all put together for you. And I think it comes with a case, whereas the mega bundle may not come with a case. So there's options there for everyone. Like personally, that's what I would go for, but it depends because, you know, you might want your own 3D case. And a big shout out to Big Al, man. He's like a gem. Helps out on the Discord. Helps me out a lot in the background. People like Terminator 2K2, Big Al, Phil, they always help me in the background. It doesn't matter how big or small the tasks you do are. You know, there's a lot of people that help me. So the channel wouldn't be where it is without their help. What is it? Big Al printed me a 3D case, and it's a custom PCN case, man, and I absolutely love it, man. It's just wicked. I love it. I got offered like a few cases from a few different vendors, but I declined. I said, look, I don't actually need it. I do appreciate it, and it's really nice sometimes because the only sponsored stuff I've got on my channel is MiSTer add-ons, right, on the Saturday weekly show. The Taki MiSTer bundle I got for free. I declared that I got it for free, but there was, you know, everything I tested, I done transparently running 2 MiSTers at the same time anyway. But I get offered a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is because in a weekly news video, if I see a new case, if I see something and I think, oh, that's cool, I like it, but then obviously the vendors are pleased with that and they'll offer me something for free, but I'll never take it unless I actually have need for it, because I'm just not into that I want everything now. So if I have a need for it, then I might be like, you know what, thank you, that will come in handy. If I don't have a need for it, I'll be like, look, dude, I'm good, you know, we're good. But guys, this is Knuckle Knuckle Bash, and it's on the toe plan hardware. And I'm gonna go over to a page. You can't see it, but I can see it, and I'm gonna pick myself some games. So, oh, okay, yep, another game here. So let's now go. And this is something that's coming out soon. I really need a drink, but I don't want to go. How long we got left in the stream? Oh, we got about 10 minutes left, so I'll get a nice healthy drink after. So let's go with this game. And hopefully there's not more than 1 asterisk, and I have got the right asterisk. But this is something that's on Hotego's radar. on somewhere along the line on the roadmap. I'm pretty sure it's made by Konami, so it's one of the Konami games. I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out in a second. So this is Asterix, guys, and if you, yes, that's one of the Konami brawlers. So if you're in Europe especially, and hopefully this may well have been the case in the USA as well, like these books, they were a lot of fun. Now I remember in the school library there was only books. You wanted to read comics, the only exception was Tintin and Asterix and Obelix books. So I read some of them, and you know, they were kind of okay. Maybe I don't like them as much as some of the other people out there, but this will be an interesting quarter come out. It's a good brawler, and if you're a fan of these cartoons growing up, then yeah, man, you're in for a field day with this, man. You're completely in for a field day. Right, I'm looking up some other stuff here just to see if there's anything here that rings, that kind of rings a bell. Okay, can't see anything here under the potato stuff. Oh, okay, there's a lot of stuff for Data East. What's Data East? Wow, okay. I'm looking at stuff here. Okay, that's not too appealing. We may have that already. Oh, yes. This is another game I'd love to get over on FPGA Gaming. And again, Data East had some good games out there. So while I've got the page up, this is on the Data East ARM6 hardware. It is Captain America and the Avengers. And what do we have? We've got Dragon Gun, which is a light gun game. Fighter's History, Locked and Loaded. We've got Night Slashers. I think we may need to have a look at that after. And Tattoo Assassins. So this is a good system to have, man. Saturday night, get the kettle on. Yeah, we can know. I have to put the boys to bed soon, and my wife's a little bit. To be honest, she's better now, but she was unwell. She was down with like a flu, a little bit of a fever last few days. But she's been good now because she started complaining. So when she was complaining in the morning, I was like, "Babes, I love you," because I said you haven't complained for 3 days, and I've really missed it, and you're back. And then, you know, it brought a smile on her face, and I was happy. So I can see she's on the road to recovery. That cough that she's got, you can see that it's at the final stages of it. You know, it's like something waiting to come out. And hopefully she's not possessed, and I don't get some kind of, some kind of like exorcist stuff going out there. But yeah, man, it was just nice because, you know, like stereotypes, not all stereotypes are true, but the stereotypes about wives moaning, yeah, my wife moans. She moaned. So when she moaned, I was actually happy because I kind of missed it, man. There was no moaning for 3 days, and I can't even remember what she was moaning about, man. It was just like fodder, but yeah, man, I was happy. Yeah, legit makes the best FPGA videos. Wicked. Oh, I read all the Tintin and Asterix as a kid. Wicked, Ryan, man. You are a cultured individual, man. You are wicked. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I really wish if I had more time. I really wish. Even the job I'm going into, I'm actually going into long hours, but I know I'm gonna get those hours reduced after a bit of time. I would like to be able to spend like 2 hours a day, 5 days a week on this, and one of the days being a little bit longer for doing the weekly news videos. So hopefully that can happen in the future. Let's have a look at this because a remake was out for this later, and people kind of cussed the remake, but I didn't mind it. You know, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the remake. Everyone said it's terrible, right? To be completely honest, it wasn't a touch. It wasn't a touch on the original, and I'll say that now. Like the remake, if you've got a choice between the remake and the original, yeah, man, the original just batters it, right? It's that thing where we prefer pixel graphics, and if you're gonna get like a new kind of, you know, the 3D graphics that are kind of turned into 2D, then the game needs to be a lot better. And a prime example of that, again, I'll go with Streets of Rage 4, where, you know, Streets of Rage 4 is that example of a sequel done right with modernish, oldish, stylish kind of graphics. This the remake is a remake, and it's just really not that great of a remake. But it's not a bad game. I thought it was okay. Oh, House of the Dead. Okay. Well, House of the Dead. Oh, no, House of the Dead 1. You can actually enjoy that on the Sega Saturn core, and for the whole part, from what I remember, it runs well. So, and the Saturn, if you've got CRT, you can get a snacks adapter from MiSTer Add-ons, and you can actually run. Yeah, you can use a light gun with it. So yeah, that's really good to be able to play Saturn games and to be able to play like Virtua Cop, House of the Dead 1. Hopefully, at some point in a future FPGA, next generation FPGA of the future, we can get like Naomi and Dreamcast. I know a lot of people say just buy a Dreamcast, buy a GDEMU. I get that. I've got all my stuff packed away. I've got limited space. What have I got up at the moment? So on my shelf at the top, I've got a MiSTer. I've got a Nintendo Switch there. The shelf below, I've got an extension lead. It all looks really nice the way I've set it up. The only thing is I've got so many wires now with everything I've got attached. Then I've got a mini PC that's on 24/7 that just does some particular tasks. Then on my desk below, I've got like my laptop, a monitor. Remember, it's a tiny corner, a tiny desk in a corner of my bedroom. I've got another MiSTer on there, the analog dock, a capture card. So even having a Dreamcast, unless I set it up in the front room, which I'm not going to do, my kids are always in there, so I just haven't got space for it. So if I get a new FPGA console that can do a lot of what I'm doing now plus more, and with the Dreamcast, I want to buy 2 arcade sticks, then I want to mod them with Samwa, or I want to get the Brook internal boards to run on the Dreamcast, then I want to get HDMI mod because I don't have it. By the time you add everything up, I've spent a lot of money for it. You know, just buying a Dreamcast and adding like an optical drive to it, you know, whatever GDEMU to it, yes, cool. That's for a person that's just gonna play with a controller and just get that. I want sticks. I want the HDMI mod. So that's why for me, I'll rather wait it. Your mini PC is streaming dodgy. No, you know what? I haven't got Plex on there. You know, I haven't got Plex. I'm too lazy to set up the server. It's going to take me a bit of time, and you know, I could have a server with just all the media that all my digital media that I can just kind of run through it. But no, I don't. I mean, we only use Netflix. I think that's the only thing we use, Netflix and YouTube. We don't watch TV, but it does have its reasons. It does have its uses. I have to buy another mini PC next year because the one I'm using it's an old thing, but it serves a purpose. It's got like 4 gig of RAM, and it's not going to upgrade to Windows 11. So next year, when support drops for Windows 10, I'm just going to pick up another one of those cheap mini PCs. Right, what we've got left, guys. I'm going to end the stream soonish. I want to do it before my wife calls me. So maybe another 5 minutes. So let me have a look at another game, unless someone else has mentioned a game. But if you guys haven't, I have got a list up here of some games. Ooh, okay. We are looking at Knuckle Bash. Okay. Oh, I think a follow-up to Outzone, Dogyun. I think Dogyun is a decent game. I think it's spelled. Yep, here we go. I've always liked how this game looked, but not exactly sure about it. So let's have a look at it. OSSC Retro Trinker, yeah, that's really true. Again, it's just buying another device, adding another cost. That's why, like, I'll wait. I'm not in a look. I only want, right? I know this sounds nuts. I only want to have Naomi and Dreamcast, one or the other, for Capcom versus SNK 2, and that's it. And that's only for like really 1 or 2 of my friends that might come around once or twice a year, so I can play like a good version of it. One of those friends out of the 2, when I go around his house, he's got a Dreamcast with sticks. Actually, no, that's around his mum's house. But his mum's house is closer to where I live than his house. So whenever he visits his mum, he'll call me, and then I'll go down there, and sometimes we'll play Capcom versus SNK 2. It is strictly just for me to have CVS 2. This is actually the wrong game, man. This looks like a good game. This wasn't the one that I was after. I can't remember what it's called. Let me see if I. Actually, I do know what it's called. Let's have a look at it. And that game will be the final game. Unless you guys want to see a game in particular, we can have a look at that one on there. That one's called. The one I was interested in is Fix 8. And the reason I'm interested in Fix 8 is because I really like Outzone. Like, Outzone was a game I really enjoyed in the arcade. and it's oops, wow, go full screen, man. Hey, here we go. So yeah, Outzone is something I enjoyed in the arcade, and I think this is like either a sequel or an unofficial sequel to it. So it's definitely interesting. Bill's old and new gaming. Sorry, I don't know why I've got it here. So let's give this a little play because I haven't played for a bit. But the main event, I'm not sure if that is in MiSTer. Cool. Okay. Oh wow, you got different characters you can pick on it. That's wicked. Look at that. Oh yeah, I've been a little ninja dude, man. Hey, that's what I look like. It's like looking in the mirror. This is interesting, man. Ooh, okay. Do you know, I've always liked these run and guns from Ninja on the Master System. You know, earlier games like Commando. I've always liked them. Okay. So you can go back and forth and change. Interesting. Oh, that's my special. I'm gonna change. I think I want the directional control. Yeah, I would. Yeah, this would be a cool game to have. I like it. I never played it in the arcade though, so I don't have like the nostalgia for it. For example, that I have for Outzone, man. Outzone's good, and you know what? I can't see in here. That was an Outzone. Outzone, you could not stay still. You had to Okay, wow, that's cool. You had to be on the move because you had the energy that was always depleting. Wow. So you can only fire up with this. Yeah, no turn. Don't turn around. So these games had those rotary sticks in there. I wouldn't mind getting a rotary stick, but again, it's just storage of where I can keep everything, man. Yeah, I've got arcade sticks. I've got too many arcade sticks already. I had to get rid of some only because of storage reasons. Right, guys, give me one more game that you would like to see coming up on FPGA Gaming, and that'll be the last one, and then we will call it a night. I do appreciate every single one of you guys dropping by. I also appreciate all the support messages I've been getting over on YouTube, Twitter, all DMs. Everything's appreciated, and you know, let's hope everything works out for the best. So, guys, please hit me with a game now. Hit me with a game. Don't make me look for a game because my brain is frazzled. I legit cannot remember most games I want. I could probably go to one of my videos and find something, you know, and be like, oh yeah, I wanted this game. What's Data East Wolfgang? Sorry, I'm looking at some different Data East hardware now. Okay, it's deciding not to load. I don't know what's going on with ActFencer. Okay, anyone come up with anything? No? Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Let me pick one more game. And guys, this for real is the final game. So even if there's a request now, I'm not going to do it because it's 9 o'clock here and my wife might go a little hyper on me. And I think this is on the same hardware as Trio the Punch. Oh, main event. Oh, sorry. Is that what you guys were saying? Sorry. Let me go straight to that then. Sorry, my bad. Oh, here we go. Main event. Wicked. Okay, so this is going to be the final game. Oh, Dynamite Ducks, guys, you're naming stuff. You're destroying me now. Right at the end, you come and whack stuff out, man. Wicked. 1944. Okay, I'm not going to play this. Oh, it's a boxing game, right? That's definitely not a wrestling game. Like, okay, nice. Unless it's going to turn into wrestling now. Let's have a look. So I really used to like sound effects like these from these games, man. They were really good. So yeah, man, if this is your jam, like, look, this game is before my time, but you know, I get it. If this was your golden age, so you would have to be a bit older. Like the guys that were like this, I imagine they're in their 50s, their early 50s at the very least, and this is the stuff that they played and they loved. I was around when stuff like this was around, but I wasn't in the arcade, right? Akima, 1944 Loop Master. I'm pretty sure that's out for MiSTer. Is that one of Hatego calls, or is that one of the ones that's not out? I'm not sure. Dynamite Ducks. Have we? Let me have a look at it. I'm confused because I'm thinking about one on a Sega System 18. So was that Dynamite Duke I was thinking? Right, let's have a look at Dynamite Ducks. I don't know if this is like on one of the. I think this. No, I think this is out. You know, this is out. This is Sega System 16. Then there was Wrestle War as well on this system. So let's do 1944 Loop Master. And honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a few different like 19XX games, and I can't remember which is which Loop Master. I'm pretty sure this is out though. I'm pretty sure it's out. It's just, you know, 1944 is something. Dynamite Ducks, it is on the MiSTer, isn't it? Chris, is it not? I think it's part of Sega System 16. Can you confirm as well if this 1944 Loop Master is out? I'm pretty sure it is out, isn't it? This has got to be CPS2. I'm just getting CPS2 vibes on this. I'm pretty sure this is out. So, you know, some of you guys, we're doing a wish list here. Well, it sounds like your wish list is true already. So, yeah, oh yeah, so Akima CPS2's out, man. So let's go. Chris, one final game then. One final game that isn't out, right? Let's end with a game that isn't out. There's a lot of games this says it's difficult to remember. So, Dynamite Ducks, 1944 Loop Master, guys. These games are out, so we are good. Defender's out, but we're looking at wish list games that we are looking forward to, games that we want to come out. Now, you know what? Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Let's exit this. Let me go back into RetroArch, and hopefully it will. No, it hasn't shown up on screen, but that's okay. That's okay. Give me a second, guys. Let's get. Here we go. We got RetroArch back now, and let's go. I haven't got any favorites here, man. Come on, I should have. Okay, you know what? I should just go and search for it. So let me go search for it. I've been lazy. I thought it would be my last game. Street Fug. So guys, when it comes, let's have a look at. Okay, all right. I'm not going to mess around with the screen too much. We're getting back to RetroArch. So what we've got here is we've got Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Fight for the Future. And I think what Hatega was saying, that if he implements it, it will be the no CD version. I know it's cutting out on the screen there, but it's the no CD version that will come over to MiSTer FPGA first. If it comes over, if it's doable and everything works, this will be the version that we get. And you know what, guys, I'm jiggy with it, man. This is my biggest want, because you know, I've got a lot of friends that I used to play this game in particular with, and it's a fantastic brawler, man. I really dislike this theme music. That does my head in, man. 3, 2, 1, yada yada yada. So I haven't got a right control. I haven't got an arcade stick plugged in, so I'm not going to attempt to play this. It goes horribly wrong. You know what? Saying that, I'll play it. I don't even know what the buttons are, but I'll try. I really do like this game, guys. I think it's fantastic. If you want to get into a one-on-one fighter, then this is you can't really get much better than this, at least in my opinion. But you know, this is always subjective. Games are like, you know, fighters are what you like, right? Let's see what the buttons are. Okay, I think it's just the default ones. Okay. Okay, wow, okay, we're kind of doing it, man. Yeah, do you know what? The tax on the Dreamcast, it's not arcade perfect. It was out for the PlayStation as well. It's definitely not arcade perfect. Okay, that I kind of mashed, but I find it very difficult to play in pad, you know. But this is a great game. Get an arcade stick, play this, play it on Fightcade. Okay, is that going to kill him? No? Maybe that will. Right, guys, I think I am going to end it here. So, yeah, I'm going to go put the boys to bed. So, they want me to stream as long as I can, because it means they get to play games as well, whatever they're doing downstairs. And, yeah, they want me to stream. as long as possible. But I have to go before my wife, well, kills me. She's coming back to her normal self, so I am scared. If you don't hear from me, it was my wife. But anyway, guys, I'm a little bit tired and I need a drink. So absolutely wicked. I really do hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys around. And yeah, this was like a little bit of a wish list video, a little bit different to what we do. But I was like, I'm not going to go MiSTer. I'm not going to go Analogue Pocket. Let's just go into MAME and blast some stuff out. Now, I know I'm into FPGA gaming, but guys, software emulation is fantastic. A lot of the work that the MAME guys do, the RetroArch guys do, it's amazing. We've got so many options to play stuff, and it is fun. You know, we don't have a CPS3 core, but you know what? I'll still play it on emulation. So I prefer playing it on Final Burn Neo. It feels like there's less latency than MAME, but either way, it's great. But anyway, like, be awesome to each other, guys. Have like a fantastic night. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.